Since the beginning of time, at least the 1980s, whatever came first, there's been a debate that has wreaked havoc among the tailgates of guys in their late teens. A question unavoidable. We thought that peace couldn't be had, but the question really was, what peace could we have? One with pineapple or one without? A piece of tropical bliss on top of a pool of mozzarella and Munster, or to stick with the traditional Brooklyn pie? Though many detest such treatment of Italian cuisine, I think it's time we broaden our horizons to see what the Polynesians can bring to the table. Even if you're not convinced, I hope we can bring us all together for one encompassing, unified pizza party. So I decided to scour Reddit and a few other internet sites to try to get some opinions of some people that they would have on the topic. And they were very there's a lot of them, there's a lot of variety there. So I'm going to read a few of them for you. Love it. It loves me too. What of it? Another one says, personally, not really a fan. And I love pineapple as well as pizza. I like to keep them separate. Another one says, it's not bad, but there are better things to put on pizza besides pineapple, and better things to do with pineapple besides putting them on pizza. No, gross. Go back to your room. You're grounded. And a final statement by another man, it's a crime against humanity. I also decided to check in with some experts and see what they would have to say about it. Gordon Ramsay was really pressured about it on Twitter a few years ago, people continuously asking him, and he decided to sum it up in one statement. Pineapple does not go on top of pizza. Final word. I ended up wanting to see what the greater community decided, to try to get some statistics on the matter. So I found a straw poll from a few years ago. And as you can see here, at the top, you have people that really love it at about 28%. You have people that that only kind of like it at 26%. 15% of people are kind of in the middle. 16% really don't like it. And then 14% kind of hate it. And so something that I noticed was really interesting about is that only 25% of people really detest the thing. And that most people are either indifferent or on the positive side. So about 70% of people are in the accepting crowd. I think that another thing we should take in mind when we're considering this is that there are a lot of foods that are just created by accident, but then they really became part of the greater diet for most Americans. Potato chips are one of them, and even ice cream being put with ice cream cones is something that was come up by accident at the World Fair, according to the Daily Meal. At first, people were probably very, very divided with the issue. Some people thinking that they would love it and really curious about it, and then others who are thinking that this new thing was unorthodox and crazy. It's only a matter of time until everybody either loves pineapple on pizza or until everybody hates it. Everyone accepts it as part of it, our new diet, or it loses popularity in general. Just like popsicles and cornflakes. These are things that we've accepted as part of our diet, and I think we'll continue to like in the future. Even pizza itself has a lot of variety in its history. It wasn't always the way that it was today. Things such as deep dish or stuffed crust would have probably been very foreign to an Italian from the 16th century. Even things such as having tomatoes on our pizza is a very, very new thing. Can you imagine people, two men from Naples, arguing over whether tomatoes were going to go on pizza? I don't think I would be able to see that. So new innovations in pizza have really helped over the years just push it forward as a food product. So to finalize, I want to mention a quote from Chef Anthony Curran from 800 Degrees Pizzeria. He said that he refused originally to carry it on his pizzas, but it was literally the number one thing that was requested that he did not carry. So in the end, even though he wasn't necessarily a fan, he was able to understand that there are other people who do hold that as their preference. So let's put down our Parmesan shakers and pizza boxes in search of a better, tastier future.